All right, guys. So as always for this press conference, I will have the questions on the screen, and also I will have enhanced audio for all the reporters. But before we get into this, man, that was one heck of a game. My blood pressure is still through the roof. I'm still unable to sit still in any way possible. We tried everything possible to lose that game, but we didn't. Zach Taylor in that game was. We won, but I think Jake Browning overcame Zach Taylor. Play calling was kind of suspect, to say the least. Let's be honest. Let's go ahead and listen up what he has to say.
Start by giving us your thoughts on Jake Browning's performance.
Awesome. Outstanding. I mean, he had a great week of practice. I thought Thursday was outstanding. And that's really our big day, our third down day. I felt really good coming out of this week, getting ready for this game. And, I mean, he just lit the world on fire. Halftime, I wasn't sure if we had an incompletion if the ball had hit the ground yet. And I just thought he managed the game beautifully well. He was aggressive with some of his throws. Did a great job making plays with his feet. One of the naked throws he made must have been probably to Mitch, I would imagine. It was an outstanding throw with 41 right in his face. And so just really proud of Jake and the job he did. And the guys rallying around and making plays for him, protecting him, run game getting going. It all helped Jake. And, really, really proud of the team win, but really proud of Jake and his second career start to come out here on Monday Night Football and do what he did today is pretty cool.
Jake, I can't say enough. The real JB, man. He played his butt off. And the sad part is, there's one interception thrown in that game, and it wasn't him. I don't have enough words to describe how amazed I am by Jake Browning in that game. He deserves every single piece of credit possible. And the funny thing is, after all of that crazy insane win, this guy literally had no reaction going on the sideline. Because you know what? He knows he's not done yet. He has more than one win he has to get done.
Maybe confidence or game plan grow as you realized he was having a night like that? Because early there was a lot of short stuff, and then you guys were kind of go throw it down the field.
Yeah, part of it's getting a feel for what they're going to do, as well. You got to feel them out a little bit because they've shown different games to play different styles, and so you had to kind of sort through that early in the game. But, there's no lie. Once the game gets going and he's completing balls like he is, it gives you the confidence. Let's just keep dialing this thing up. And he probably found a lot of completions in the run game, too. I bet you he had 6 or 7 completions on runs where he took the RPOs off that thing. And so, it was a good day for everybody on offense.
He goes like 17 and he comes out of the block 17 and 8.
That's what it felt like.
Is that knowledge of the offense?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, there were some tough throws in there too. He had a third down throw to Jamar on a bench route. We had Mixon coming out of the back. We were backed up. It was a key third down. I don't remember at what point in the game it was. It was right in front of me. That's a big time throw, and because he probably could have taken Mixon underneath for the first down, but he got a little more aggressive and took Jamar over the top. The awareness to see Jamar one-on-one on that third down for the touchdown was good stuff too. It was a great throw over the top. Let Jamar never break stride and keep going. Did a great job hitting T on some of those RPOs that we had, and so he was in a really good rhythm.
Is that a check on the Jamar touchdown? Is that like a check or
No. It was just part of it. It was a 3-by-1, and he took the alert there.
Jack, what does it say about the team's ability to overcome adversity? You guys are up 21-14.
Yeah.
Less than I, 28-21.
Yeah, it's an explosive team we're playing against, and I thought our guys did a great job overcoming the sudden change. We had the turnover that could have broken our back there, and our guys really just rallied around it and kept going, and our offense had a ton of confidence, our defense had confidence they could get them off the field, and we just stuck with it and kept playing ball. There was a lot of game left to be played there, and our guys just stuck together like they have all year and made a game of it and found a way to win.
I wouldn't technically agree with that because our defense technically after that interception literally let them go right down the field and score a touchdown. It was 4th and goal. They got them to 4th and goal, but they went right down the field and scored a touchdown. So they really weren't playing confident. They kind of collapsed, our defense did, which, again, I don't blame them because, I think the play before that, drive before that, they had a long drive, right? A very long drive. They had to stop them. They eventually get an interception. What looks like an interception ends up being a touchdown. So I don't blame the defense, but I don't really agree too much with Coach here when he says that. I think that their defense kind of just collapsed many, many times in this game, and especially the last drive of the game. But, I mean, we won, and winning is winning, and that's pretty much all you can count on at this point.
You know, it's a play we've had explosive plays on several times over the years. We had one at the Jets a couple years ago. We had one against the Browns at home a couple years ago. So we've executed that play well. We practiced it all season. You know, Josh Allen, you'll have to see the clip where they made a play. It's tough when a receiver's not used to throwing the ball. It took a little longer than we normally anticipate. That's just part of making a call like that. You got to live with that. He doesn't practice quarterback. He doesn't go through every situation. We usually, when we call that play in practice, we give a pretty vanilla look, a pretty easy look to get the rep, and it was a little tougher than anticipated, and Josh made a good play.
I don't agree with that, to be honest. I really don't agree with that at all. All right, guys, sorry for the cut right there. Let's go ahead and keep watching this.
It was a little tougher than anticipated, and Josh made a good play.
A two-part question on the run game. Heading into this game, I mean, Jacksonville had one of the best run defenses coming into the game. Was it planned for you guys to have 31 rushing attempts? And if not, what do you think led to you guys being able to be so productive on the ground this week?
I think it's just I thought our linemen did a great job. I thought the backs were really explosive when they hit the hole. They did a great job fighting for yardage, hitting it when they were supposed to. I thought that Jake did a really good job managing it. There was a lot of cans, check plays that he had to manage there and distribute the ball on the perimeter. So I just thought it was a really good plan. That's Frank. Really well executed by all the guys on offense, starting with the linemen, running backs, and then Jake did a nice job too. So it was good to see. It helped us get a really good rhythm on offense, and I think keep them off balance. You know, we had several nakeds and screens, and I think it just helped everybody.
I feel like, honestly, that game plan for that game was, F it, let's just see if this works. Like, if I had to run down a exact name for our game plan throughout that game, it's, wow, dang, we almost lost this game. Well, F it, let's see if we can win it. And that was pretty much my opinion throughout the whole entire game. It did not seem like in any way, and again, I'm not trying to be mean here to Zach Taylor, but it didn't seem like in any way Coach Taylor had any plan or system on how things was going to go. It was pretty much like, let's call this, let's hope it works, and let's hope everything goes correctly. And that was kind of the mentality throughout the game. There was no structure to this game. Like, the game plan, I know she asked, like, going into this game, did you have that kind of idea that you wanted to do this? And I think, really, he probably didn't. This game, going into this game, he probably thought, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what we're going to do. Let's just go out there and kind of, in a way, free will it throughout the game and kind of see what happens. And I think that's kind of what happened, and we were just going back and forth trying to do anything. I think that's really what this comes down to.
Talk about rallying behind Jake. How important, though, is it for you as a play caller for the team in the locker room to see it and to see what's possible?
Yeah, with however many games we have left, I think when you see that from a guy that has never had the opportunity to show it before outside of the Pittsburgh game, it gives you a boost of confidence. There's no question about it. And it's something we see every day. We're in the quarterback room. We've coached quarterbacks our whole life, and so we can see the intangible stuff that's there and the preparation he puts in. But when he goes out there and he leads the team like he did, I certainly think it raises the entire confidence level of the team.
Fired up. Obviously, this has been a tough month of adversity that you guys have faced. There's been some ups and downs. How good is this?
You don't want to lose games like that, but and sometimes I think I've mentioned this before. There's a silver lining there, and it puts a real spotlight on the character in our locker room. That no one pointed fingers, and there's plenty of opportunity to offense and defense, defense and offense, whatever you wanted to do, it could have been done. Players, coaches, those guys stuck together, kept believing, just put in their best week of work. And as a head coach that gets a chance to watch that firsthand, it really made me proud, made me confident. The team did not have false confidence coming into this game. It's real. We have real players in this locker room that, even though we lost one of our best players, there's confidence other guys are going to step up and help us win a lot of games down the stretch. And 3 games stinks to lose. We told our team we had a chance to flip that narrative, and we got to be in the process of that. One game doesn't do that, but I'm excited to go back to work with a short week this week and get these guys ready for Indy.
I will say, to, the downfalls of Zach Taylor, he's an awful offense coordinator. He does not call good offensive plays. He is trash in that category. The reason why he's a great coach and why he's going to be on this team for the rest of, his career is because he is a great leader. And I will say he does a really great job of that. He's a very good players coach. He's very good at keeping the team together, keeping the, kind of mentality in a it's us versus the world mentality. And he's good at keeping everything going forward and moving forward. And I think Zach does a really good job of that. And I will say overall wise, while again, I don't think he's a good offensive coordinator, I think he is a good, he's a good coach in general. And not every single coach, just because they're a good coach, means they're going to be a good coordinator, right? Sometimes you just have your coach as your leader. It's a guy to keep everything together. Now, of course, Joe Burrow definitely helps him out and bails him out in certain categories. But at the end of the day, it's more than that, really. Because at the end of the day, even with how good Joe is, if you have a, Freddie Kitchens back with the Cleveland Browns, it's not going to work, right? You need to have a good, strong leader, and that's what Zach is.
Performance probably overshadowed Jamar's game today, but 11 catches for 149 yards. How good did you think Jamar was?
Awesome. Awesome. And he had some key third and fourth down catches, that kept us going there. And he's so hard to bring down. So just anytime you get the ball in his hands, it's a challenge. It's stressful for the defense. I know that. And so I thought he played really well for us.
How much of the success of the run game helped Jake in the second start?
Well, it certainly helps him. When you get to rhythm like that and just we converted some third downs that kept us in a roll there. And I thought Jake was outstanding on third down. Last week, third down was really what got us. This week, I thought he knocked it out of the park, and got some really good checks. One of them hit big on a screen, he got two. The other one didn't. That's life. And I just thought that he managed that really well. The communication with him and Ted and the linemen up front were really good. He did a great job. On the road, it was loud. It was maybe louder than I anticipated. But he did a good job managing that noise and getting out of the huddle quickly and being able to communicate those checks. And I thought it was really well done.
So thinking on 4th and 3, Jamar had just dropped it, and it was 3rd and 3. Did you think about going for the field goal, and what was going through your mind at that?
No, we really didn't think about that for 1 second. It's we were down 7, correct? Yeah, we were down 7 at that point. So, no, it was time to go score a touchdown there and be aggressive and go get it. And our guys did a good job executing that fourth down call.
Went right back to Jamar.
It was a progression. It wasn't called for one person. That play actually took a while to develop, and he found Jamar over the ball, but there was multiple people involved.
Is there anything particular about this performance, or what aspect that kind of bolsters your confidence that this team can still make a playoff push?
You got to be able to win. We haven't. The Texans game was similar to this, right? Where it came down to the end, 2 minutes, getting stops. I don't really think we've been in games like this that came down to the last minute, other than a Houston game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys can correct me. But we need this. You need this in December to see that we'll win this way, because you're going to be in other games like this as the stretch comes. And so you got to learn from things that we can improve on, things we did really well, managing these situations, and I think that's good for our team to have endured this on the road.
You bring up the Houston game. Did you guys learn anything from that helped with tonight?
No, I don't think necessarily that came to mind, but it's just good to be in those moments and then reflect back on, plays that ended up taking the game one direction or another. And I thought tonight our guys made those plays.
Great scene walking off.
Kelsey's got one, and then I'll get you.
Just can we get your thoughts on Evan's kick there at the end? I mean,
Yeah.
It's been a while since you guys have needed to rely on him
Yeah.
to win you the game like that.
Yeah, it came through for us big time. He had the 55-yarder he drilled. I think it was 55. He had the 48 at the end. I mean, that's a lot of pressure right there. Because they're going to get field position if you miss it, and then they just need a field goal to win it. So that's a high pressure kick. And then, the one earlier that came up just short, we kind of got caught in a tough spot. We were right on the take a shot fringe field goal, but it was 4th and 10. So you don't really want to go for the 4th and 10 on the 39. You don't want to punt on the 39. And so we went forward. Came up 3 inches short probably. So I thought he kicked the ball really well. That one just came up, just a tick short. But those other two, man, he hit them when we needed them.
Well, the reason why they came up short, Mr. Taylor, is because the fact that you called a screen pass. Well, no, my bad. You called a Jamar Chase throw the ball on 2nd down. Then he ends up throwing it back to Jake Browning. That ends up failing. And on 3rd down 13, after that loss, then you call a screen pass. See, that is bad play calling. And that's why I said, great coach, awful play caller. Because he's not a good play caller. Great coach, though. But that system right there, that set of events, you need a field goal. This is a detrimental play. That's when you can't mess up. That's when you can't F up and do that kind of stuff.
Great scene walking off the field. Is that the best 20, 30 yards you've had this season post-game?
Yeah, I mean, just happy to get a win right now. You know, I think that's good for this team to get to 6-6 and keep ourselves right in the thick of it, because that's what you got to do right now. And to be able to get this one on the road versus a really good – I mean, I watch all their games, right? This is, I think, really good for this team, and we just got to continue to build on it. Okay, thank you.
All right, so my overall thoughts and opinions of this is, first off, yes, listen, again, like I said before, Zach Taylor is a great coach. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be here for as long as he wants to be here. And that's just the fact of the matter is. He knows how to lead. He knows how to win. And while, yes, it's not going to be perfect, and there's things that we need to work on, I think, personally, we need to get an actual offense coordinator. I think that's what we need to do. And I think if we leave Zach to just do what he's good at, which is coaching and, leading, that's going to be the best for him. And if we can get an actual offense coordinator that can scheme different things and change different things, look at the Ravens. They got Todd Monken. They went from Greg Roman to Todd Monken. Todd Monken was a guy from... what was it? Not Arab. He was from Georgia, who took Stetson Bennett and went to a Super Bowl. Oh, sorry, the championship. He won a championship with Stetson Bennett. And now he's turning Lamar Jackson into like a Patrick Mahomes-esque quarterback, right? So at the end of the day, we just need a really great offense coordinator come in here. I think Lou will be fine. I think Lou's great on defense. But I think Brian Callahan, especially with Zach Taylor calling offensive plays, we need someone who can call their own offensive plays, who can really open up this offense completely. And again, that's not me taking a shot at Brian Callahan. I would not want Brian Callahan to get, I would obviously, if he goes and gets another job, shout out to him for that. But if he wants to stay here, make him the assistant offense coordinator. I have no problem with that. We just need someone who has a fresh mind who can come in here and open up this offense. That's kind of how I feel about the whole offense situation with, going with, obviously, Zach Taylor, Brian Callahan. But other than that, I mean, again, our defense definitely did not play great tonight. We had no Cam Taylor-Britt, and this game was, again, a effort and find out type of game, which sometimes you just play those type of games. It is what it is. So, overall-wise, it was a great team win, and I think that's really what this comes down to. While it was a tough one, it was a gritty one, and it was a very, very good win in the end. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.